Now today's class we discuss about the software testing subject. Previous class software testing bug life cycle is over. States of bugs are is over. New state, open state, assign, deferred, rejected, test, verified, reopened, closed. All states are over for the bug. Now why the bugs are occur? We discuss here. Now the errors are occurred mainly when developer makes some mistakes. When developer produces the mistakes in the program, bugs will be occurred. And next one is bugs are in the earlier stages, go undetected and propagate. The phases of software development life cycle are connected to each other to the output of the one phase to becomes the input of the next step. This way undetected bugs are easily propagates into the subsequent phases. So if the bugs are propagated to the next phase, so there is something harder to detect the and found the bugs. So for this way we have to perform testing at the each stage of the software development life cycle, each level of the software level. Next one is bugs affect economics of the software testing. Here the testing prior to the coding. Before coding we can test the program. It is 50% effective in detecting errors, and after coding it is 80% effective, because 50% before coding also before coding compulsory to test the box compared to after coding. Here the cost of the bug is equal to the detection cost plus correction cost. Cost of bug is detection and correction cost. This is the economics of this bugs. Cost of debugging increases if the bug propagates. Next one is bug classification based on the criticality. There are some different types of bugs are categorized into different types. Critical bugs, major bug, medium bug and minor bugs. Critical bug is a type of bug has a worst effect such as it stops and hang the normal functioning of the software. It hang the software. It's called as a critical bug. If it bug is appear, the software is become helpless. For example, in sorting program, after providing the input numbers, if the computer hangs, this is called as a critical bug. Next one is major bug. Here this type of bug does not stop the functioning of the software, but it causes the functionality to fail and meet the requirements as expected. Major bug is not stop the software, but the functionality will be failed. It's like example of sorting program, output is displayed not correct, output is not correct, like this. Next one is medium bug. Medium bugs are less critical. compared to the critical and major bugs. Output is not according to the standards, like truncated, redundant, wrong output will become. Next one is minor bug. This minor bugs does not affect the functionality of software. These are called mild bugs, like a printout error, like this one. Next, bug classification on the software lifecycle. These are bugs are classified into requirements and specification bugs and design bugs. The first type of this bugs of the software development lifecycle is requirement gathering and specification phase. First phase. When most of the bugs are appear, this phase is compulsory checking. Checking will be done. This requirement gathering and specification is the difficult phase, since the requirements are gathered from the customer, converted into requirement specification. If the specific requirement is not complete, incomplete, or inconsistent, lead to the wrong missing. Like now, here in this case, we check the bugging requirement bugs. How many requirements are required? Like this one. Next one is design bugs. Design bugs may be bugs from the previous phase. In addition to those errors which are introduced in the present phase, the following designs may be occur. Control flow bugs here. Here you look the control flow of program through the control flow diagram. For this one, undesirable paths are there. Next, logical bugs. These are logical mistakes are made in the design phase. For example, missing cases, like improper combination of cases, like this one. Next one, processing bugs. Computation process mistakes, processing nothing but arithmetic error, incorrect conversion, all these things. These all are bugs classification. Bugs are classified into this many types: logic bugs, processing bugs, and data flow bugs, and error handling bugs, and race condition bugs, boundary related bugs, user interface bugs. Is data flow bugs is identify the data errors, and error handling bugs is identify the errors if any errors are required. Errors are there. Exception handling mechanism. Race condition nothing but bugs. This also leads to the bugs. Boundary related bugs is program goes to minimum and maximum values. For example, if the one integer is in the range between the 1 to 100, like this one. Some boundary between the program integer variables. User interface bugs. Next is a bugs design bugs related to the users. If the user not feel the interface is good, so interface bugs are occurred. Some missing and misleading confusing information, all these things. Next, coding bugs. There are some list of coding bugs are there. Undeclared routine, documentation bugs, all these things. Coding bugs. Interface and integration bugs. It is related to the external signals, misunderstanding the external inputs, outputs, format, corrected data, all these things. And system bugs. These are of real-time system. Stress testing important here. Maximum load. maximum number of users, all these things. Next, testing bugs. Here testing is performed by the users, performed by testers or humans. Like failure or report a problem, failure to the most of test, failure to make clear, reproduce a problem failure, unresolved problems, failure to fix the testing the testing failures are occurred. These testing bugs we can solve here. Next one is testing principles. What are the principles are there for testing? These are mainly based upon these are guidelines for the tester. Tester guidelines is called as the testing principles. Effective testing, not exhaustive testing. Effective testing is nothing but cover the program logic and all conditions of the component level design. Next one, testing is not a single phase performed in the SDLC. Nothing but we can test each testing phase, whole testing process till release of the product. Next one is destructive approach for the constructive testing. Next one, early testing is the best policy. Like different principles are there. Probability of existing of an error in the section of program is proportional to the number of errors already found. Next one is testing strategy. Should start with a smaller module and expand towards the whole program. Testing should also be performed by the independent team. Next, everything must be recorded in the software testing. Invalidate inputs, unexpected behavior, have probability of finding error. Testers must participate in the specification and design reviews. Like different principles are there. Next, test execution. How the testing will be executed. Now, test case design steps. Test objectives, test case and the specification. Test case procedure specification. This is a test case design, and test execution is your tests are executed including the verification and validation phases. Here testing results, the documents are testing reports, testing status, all this there. The testing execution documents are test execution documents are test incident report and test logs and test summary report. Here test execution level and responsibility. Execution level, unit level is developer for the module. Integration level is tester and developers. System level is tester, developer and users. Acceptance level is testers and end users. Next one is post execution or testing review. Here understand the bugs, reporting the bug, analyze the nature of the cause of the bug, all these things. Next one is software testing methodology. In the testing methodology, we organize the software testing. Here testing strategy and testing tactics are achieved here. Complete testing strategy is first test factor test phase linked to the testing strategy. It is also linked to the verification validation. These two are linked with the testing tactics. Validation linked with the unit and integration and system. Testing tactics linked with the testing tools, testing techniques linked with the static, dynamic testing techniques linked with the black box and white box, testing strategy linked with validation, verification, and testing tactics linked with the testing techniques, testing tools. Testing techniques are static and dynamic techniques. White box, black box is the dynamic testing techniques. Now testing strategy. What is test factor? What is test phase? In the testing strategy, the planning of whole testing process is a well planned series of steps. Here, your testing factors are nothing but risk factors are issued related to the system under development risk factors selected according to the specific system under development. Next, test phase. Refers to the phase of the software development life cycle. This is different for the different modules of the software. Next one is testing strategy matrix. Here to select and rank the test factors and identify the system development phase, identify risk associated with the system under development. Here testing strategy matrix is the test factors and test phase. Test phase are the requirement design, code, unit, integration and system test. Different test phases are there. Now creating the testing strategy here. After creating, we develop in the testing strategy. In the creating the testing strategy, we can select the rank the testing factors, identify the test phases, identify the risk associated with the each risk factor, and plan the test strategy. And in the development testing strategy, here testing strategy means at the component level and finish of the integration of the entire system. Here two basic verification and validation can be done. Development phase. Verification nothing but checking the software with the specification on a development phase. Verification applied to all stages. Verification nothing but correctness implementations of functions of the software. Next one is validation process. Here in the validation also these three unit test unit. Next, what is verification and validation? Verification is a building the product right. It is a verification. Validation is we build the right product. Verification nothing but we build the product right. Validation is we build the right product. After verification, validation will be done. You can divide this verification validation into a subtask. Next one is testing the life cycle model. Here verification and validation is the building blocks of the testing process. The formation of testing strategy mainly based on these two terms, verification and validation. It can be best understood and modeled in the testing process. This model is known as a testing life cycle model. Here are some different parts of the various types of testing. V testing life cycle model. Here testing team concurrently starts the checking the software and project starts. Here figure 2.2 V testing model. In the testing model we use the starting the development and starting the test. In the starting development we can test the system. Starting development linked with the testing the system. Here implementation, validation, verification is done. And the testing system starting test also linked with the testing system, like a V model. Next one, expanded V testing. Here also starting development, starting test, testing system below. Here define specifications, design, coding, integrate, and checking specifications, taking design, unit testing, all these things. Next one is variation validation activities. Here there are three levels of validation testing: unit testing, integration testing, and system testing. In the validation testing, three levels are there. What is unit testing? Here major validation is performed on the smallest module of the system. Unit testing is the basic level of the testing which cannot be overlooked. It confirms the behavior of the single module according to the functional specifications. It performs the module checking. Next one is integration testing. It is a validation technique which combines all unit tested modules and perform the test on the aggregation. It combines the all unit tested modules, all tested modules in the unit testing, aggregate all these things. How we aggregate the unit tests, all this thing. It is a random process. We integrate the units according to the design and availability of the units. Integrate test nothing but integrate the all unit modules in testing modules and testing. Next one is system testing. Here testing the whole entire integrated system. The purpose of this test is to validate the specific users and environments, validate the whole system. Next one is testing tactics. The testing tactics we discuss in the next class. Testing tactics and development testing methodologies and verification validation, all these things we can discuss in the next class. Subscribe to my channel.